Okay, so thanks for joining me on another video. You find me today just travelling through Avonmouth on the outskirts of Bristol. This is a large industrial area where the docks are, and this is where I'm starting my journey. Heading up the River Severn, following the River Severn upstream, over the Severn Bridge into Wales, and then back again for a wild camp up alongside the River Severn. So that's what today's about. That sounds interesting to you. Stay with me.
That is one impressive wind turbine. Right, so this little oasis is not my destination. We're right in the middle of Avonmouth, which, as I've said, is the main industrial area around here. But what a beautiful little spot. It is on National Cycle Route 41, NCN 41, which is the route I'm following. For a fair chunk of this journey. But yeah, I had to stop here. What a beautiful spot. Onward we go. Thank you. This is just approaching the waterfront at Severn Beach. Severn Beach, back in the sort of 60s and 70s, was a seaside location from Bristol. It's long past its heyday, but yeah, Severn Beach. So cycle route 41, and then leave that and go on to cycle route 4. I've just come that way along the path along the side of this busy dual carriageway. So you get to this point and then it informs you cycle route 4 closed. Well, I don't know what alternatives there are. The version is showing that way. I'm not particularly impressed. That's so typical of what happens, particularly with cycle routes in this country, unfortunately. So yeah, quite a busy road, as you can see. A couple of examples of what I would regard as good and bad driving here, overtaking a cyclist. Now, the Royal Mail driver here, I think, is spot on. Does a brilliant job with his truck. Nothing at all wrong with that. He's out in the other lane, plenty of room, and then this idiot comes along. I know what I think of his driving. You'll make up your own mind about that, I'm sure. Right, so here we go then. This is just the approach onto the Severn Bridge. Just doing the crossover there to Wales. Not doing anything in Wales, it's going to be a lightning stop. Just wanted to ride the bridge. I'd done it only once before, 3 or 4 years ago now.
And it's a brilliant ride across the bridge, and particularly on a day like this with the sun shining. So yeah, just wanted to do the ride across the bridge again. I can say I've visited Wales, can't I? This is a 2-country tour, 1 night, 2 countries. There we go. Yeah, hope you enjoy the views. Hello, Wales. On the way back then, back over to England, which is where I'll be camping, just looking over the bridge there, that's the jetty. That was the way to cross the river before the bridge was built, which was in the 60s. The ferry came in there and took you across. And that over there is kind of where I'm heading to. Well, I'm finally out of the wind, so the sound on this might be okay. You might actually be able to hear me. What about that for a view? I'm at St Ailda's Church, so I'm just cycling on the way up there. Just a point of interest about this church, it's the only church in the world dedicated to St Ailda. Or Arilda. I think the reason for that is that this is where she came from. She's a little known saint. There doesn't seem to be a lot of information about her, but she was made a saint, she was martyred, she was killed for refusing to sleep with a chap back in the 4th or 5th century. So I'm guessing she was a Christian. This other chap either wasn't a Christian back then, and or she just didn't want to sleep with him out of wedlock or whatever, and in a fit of rage and jealousy, whatnot, he killed her. She became a saint. Yeah, it's a beautiful view up here. This church sort of stands out from miles around on this little hillock that it sits on. I do believe it's open as well, so I'll have a look inside shortly, see what I can see there. So yeah, St Ailda's Church. In fact, while I'm here, I'm going to see if I can get the drone up as well, show you. You can see the view from the front there. See if I can show you the view from behind as well. Quite a plain little church, very pleasant.
Lovely that they're able to leave it open. Photos from the last coronation, Queen Elizabeth. Well, the one before, I said the last before the last one. Obviously done a little celebration of this one, which is nice. There we go. St Arilda's Church, Oldbury on Severn. One pint of proper job Cornish IPA, please.
Yes, please. Because I don't like it. This is what concerns me about going to Gloucester. I'm not driving A50.
Right, so there we go, Oldbury Nuclear Power Station. I'll talk to you a little bit more about it later, but this is where I've headed to try and find a spot for a little stealthy wild camp. You can see back down there to the two bridges. But yeah, Oldbury Power Station. I'm going to have a little look around and see if I can see somewhere to camp, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more. Right, so it's been a while since I've done one of these. Hopefully you can hear me okay with the breeze. It's not as bad down here as it's been most of the day. So I'll just run you quickly through the setup for anybody that's interested. In the back pipe there is my bedroom, so basically my tent, sleeping mat, ground sheet, sleeping bag, and a pillow, blow up pillow. That's all in there. In the tea bag, I've gone with the tea bag on front, the old tea bag, because I prefer that to the burra bag. It's just these side pockets and such I find very handy. There's an inner tube in there, a pair of gloves in there, some biscuits in the other side pocket. Inside there is a change of clothing, jet boil. I brought the jet boil today rather than the triangle, the alcohol stove. Change of clothes, some food. I'm not cooking tonight, this evening. I feel the need to have hot food on a beautiful day like today. So that's pretty much what's in there. And then in that one, the Oatleave accessory pack is my electricals, my wallet, that sort of thing. I got the tripod there and the camping chair. They just tuck in under there when I'm travelling. So that's that. I haven't come far to set up. As you can see, there's the power station, Oldbury Power Station. That, like the Severn Bridge, was built in the 60s. It's now being decommissioned. It's not actually in use, but it's still a nuclear site, and the security on there is pretty tight. Yeah, but the main reason I've come out here is it's relatively secluded. Nuclear power stations tend to be. They don't build them in built up areas and such. This path, this track, is the Severn way, so it is a long distance footpath. Not sure where it starts. Ends in Gloucester. I think it starts down Clevedon or Portishead that way, and then runs all the way up. You can see the bridges there. The Severn Bridge that I crossed nearest to us, and then behind that the Prince of Wales Bridge. And I'm going to say across the bridge there is Wales, but well, it is down there, but across the river here I think is England. The border is down by Chepstow, which is just over the bridge there. So yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm going to camp, set the tent up just in front of that gate there, but not until a little bit later, when less chance of being disturbed and seen. But what a beautiful, beautiful spot this is. You can see how quickly the tide's going out. Now this is the River Severn, and it has the second highest tidal fall and rise in the world. It's just over 15 meters, and it's going out quite rapidly now. I'll come back to that in a little while and show you the difference, but yeah, that's when I crossed the bridge there, the tide was pretty much up to the start of the grass and the undergrowth here, and it's yeah, it's falling pretty rapidly. Right, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to get a little bit of evening meal. Got a little my take on a ploughman's lunch, so I'll get that sorted out I'll come back to you later. Right, so here we go then. I've got a couple of beers. I'm going to start with a Brewdog Punk IPA, an all-time favourite. And for my evening meal, I've got a deluxe Melton Mowbray pork pie, some mature cheddar cheese, some pickled onions, and an apple. That's my take on a ploughman's lunch. And that will do absolutely fine for me this evening in this beautiful location. I don't know what you'd have to pay for this in a hotel or a restaurant with a view like this, but yeah, it's all mine. I'm going to enjoy my food. I know you don't want to watch me eat that. I'm going to enjoy my food and I'll come back to you probably for the sunset. Camp will probably be set up by then. Also, I've been here, I don't know, 40-45 minutes, not seeing anyone. That's not a surprise. I'd say it's a very quiet location, so yeah, beautiful. Okay, so I did a time-lapse video of the sunset for you and for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that came out very well. I'm not sure what the problem was there. Did it on the iPhone. It's a new iPhone, so maybe I need to look at the settings. There's something I've not got quite right. Sorry about that. It was a beautiful sunset. If you have just seen it, because it came out better than it looked like it did, then I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I've got to say again what a beautiful spot this is. Wild camping for me and stealth camping, some people will camp just about anywhere. When I was getting into this and I was finding it difficult to find places I was happy to camp, someone said to me they camped at the side of a motorway. Well, if you're desperate and you need somewhere to go, then I guess the side of a motorway is as good as anywhere, but I'd much rather be at the side of that than the side of a motorway. You pays your money, or not in this instance, and you do what's right for you. This is definitely right for me. If enjoying that at sunset rather than Saturday night TV doesn't do it for you, then I don't know what does. So anyway, yeah, the tent's up there, as you can see. I'll just run you through this setup again, because I know a lot of people are new to the channel. So yeah, the tent. The Brompton lives in the porch there, so it's nice and safe in the tent with me. Not that there's much danger of it going anywhere tonight, but yeah, there it goes. The tea bag also goes in the tent down at that end. There's loads of room in this tent for me. I've got the sleeping mat there, sleeping bag. The white wrinkled thing on top is the silk sleeping bag liner. I find it easier to get in that first and then get into the bag. And the bag at the side there is my electricals, my wallet, bits and pieces. So everything goes in the tent with me at night. So it's safe and away. I'll probably leave the tripod out tonight and the chair, the table. I mean, yeah, I'll stick them behind the tent. But I'm not too worried about that. The geese that flew by earlier were lovely. There's been a few other bits and pieces I wasn't able to catch. Another, I'm going to say duck, I don't know what it was. And the chicks went along the side of the river there, wandered along and all the way up. That was lovely to see. And the sunset was quite special, as they usually are if you get a nice, you know, if you get a sunset like tonight. It's about 9:15 now, so it's not too late, but I shall be up and at it early in the morning. The other camera, the Insta360, which is a type of kind of like a GoPro that I used, ran out of battery just as I hit this place, or just as I got to the front here, to the river. So I won't have that in the morning. So it might be a little bit different. I will come back to you in the morning, and I'm heading back to Avonmouth where I left the van, but slightly different route to today. So if there's anything of particular interest on there that I can bring you in on, I shall do. And at that, I will wish you good night. I'm going to open my next beer, which is a New England double IPA by Brew York, from back in sunny Yorkshire, my home county. I'm going to enjoy that with what's left of the daylight, and then I'm going to head to bed. I haven't seen anyone for quite a while now, so yeah, I don't think I'll be disturbed tonight. If I am, I'll let you know. There's camp for the evening. Looking forward to a good peaceful night's rest after my exertions of the day. Not that it's been a long ride, but yeah, I'm still getting over a bout of COVID a few weeks ago. COVID, I've had it twice now. It doesn't hit me that hard when I've got it, but if I exert myself, particularly for weeks after, it just drains me and I suffer for it. So I'm pleased to say today I didn't have to get off and push the bike at any point. Not that there were any particularly challenging hills, but yeah, there were some steep little inclines I had to manage, but yeah, being fine. So touch wood, I'm good for the journey back in the morning. I'll leave you with that beautiful view. It's an irony really, isn't it? That beautiful view of nature there, and that nuclear danger as it was there. Yeah, I'm signing off. Bye for now. Well, I'm gutted I missed that. A barn owl just flew past. It flew past and it dropped down into the grass, the undergrowth over there, and then started to come back, and it's just gone in again somewhere over there. So I've just missed it. But it literally flew past me there. I don't know, 3 or 4 meters away. Silent as can be. Beautiful. Couldn't quite get this thing going in time to catch it, but yeah, that was beautiful. There it is, it's come back. there we go. Glad I managed to get a little bit of it on film. I'm sure that's not going to come out wonderful, but yeah, what a great sight. Not often you see that. Beautiful. What a beautiful evening. Right then, there we go. Good morning, campers. And that's the view that greets us this morning. It'll be a lovely day again. Enjoy a bit of early morning sunshine on the way home. It's nearly 6 o'clock, so it's quite early. You can probably hear the dawn chorus in the background there, which is always nice. So yeah, enjoyed my night, had a good night. Wasn't disturbed at all, not surprisingly. No rain or anything. So yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of breakfast. Just got some porridge for that. Porridge pot. Now have a bit of breakfast and get packed up and off early. It's bank holiday weekend, so I shall be out today with my good lady. We've got a concert to go to later, a Beatles tribute band, so looking forward to that. So yeah, been a brilliant night. Loved it last night, especially the owl, obviously. Always a treat when you see something like that. That's up there with a couple of deer that once ran out behind me when I was setting up the tent. If you've seen that video, that was a moment. That owl last night was brilliant. So yeah, it's a lovely morning. I'm going to crack on, and no doubt I'll come back to you a little later. Can you see the little deer by the gate? My first visitor this morning. Lovely. Right, so there we go then, all packed up and ready to move. As always, I leave no trace, don't like fires, don't leave any rubbish behind. The worst you'll get is a little bit of flattened grass. I'm sure everybody that follows my channel also follows that little code. It's been a wonderful night, a lovely morning. As I said earlier, I don't unfortunately have the 360 camera, so I won't be able to do a lot of the ride as such. I'm heading in that direction this morning. I came in, as you'll remember, alongside the power station there. But I'm going to head down the path there, and that will bring me back out somewhere near the Anchor pub, I do believe, that I was at yesterday. I did ask a walker last night, and they said that's where that would take me. The sun's shining, as you can see. It's a beautiful morning, and yeah, I'm going to get on my way. So I'll bring you in later. If there's nothing of particular interest on the route, then I'll bring you in at the end and just my final thoughts. But yeah, it's been lovely. Right, so there we go then, back at the van at Severn mouth. So yeah, if you've stayed with me for the whole journey, thanks very much, that's appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you didn't enjoy it anywhere near as much as I did, but there we go. It might be some inspiration for you to get out and do your own adventures. At this point, I just want to say a big thank you to those of you that left me super thanks on YouTube recently. I'm not going to mention names. I'll put the names up on the screen. You know who you are. I do need a new 360 lens for the camera, and that will go towards that, so that's very much appreciated, and thank you very much again. Now, I know some of you have been in touch regarding the Brompton Touring Group Facebook page, and inquiring about if we're going to do a group ride this year. The answer to that is yes. I know I mentioned it on a previous video. I'm still trying to sort that out. It's not easy with dates and things, trying to find... I just try and do a one-nighter for that, and trying to find one night on a weekend where the campsite will take us that's suitable. So I'm trying to sort that out, and I will as soon as I can. Yeah, so that's where we are with that, those two things. Thoroughly enjoyed this little trip. It's not been a long trip, but it's been great. Also, I had a little thought. I always used to say it's about the journey, not about the arriving or the destination. But when you have a camp as good as that one, I mean, the little wildlife encounters I had out there absolutely made that for me. The sunset, everything, it was just beautiful. So yeah, I'm revising that a little bit. I'm having to think about that a little bit. Sometimes the destination can be more important than the journey, which is not to say that that wasn't a great journey. Anyway, thanks for staying with me. If you've not already subscribed, please do so. Click or tap on the reminder button there, the bell, to get reminders of future videos, which will be coming shortly. And thanks again. Till next time. Bye for now.